4-1, right?
Right.
Okay. How about the Four Seasons? Jersey Boys, Jersey Boys.
We got Herb.
Hi, Herb. Sir, Teddy Smith, Bob Obrien, Teddy Smith, WPAT Radio. How are you, sir? Wonderful, wonderful. Well, am I keeping the thing rolling or what? Thank you, thank you. You're the best. Let's have you come down and you come down here, you play the instrument, and then Julie will sing, we'll bring Nancy Sinatra, we'll have a whole party here for you. How's that? Set it up in May. Look forward to it. Let me put you on the air. Hold on here. Don't go away. Make sure your radio, the computer's down, and you know what happens. Woo! Feedback. Hold on. Thank you.
You got him.
Okay, sir. Oh, good. Herb Bernstein, number for a little boy. Little boy of mine.
Yeah, you love it. It's great.
Good.
Let Herbie know we'll play his song. He'll have a cappella sax. You know,
Hi, studio.
They made me record this in Spanish.
Oh, Howard. How you doing, Howard? First we're going to have on Herb Bernstein. Stand tight.
Well, they have a
And I'll put
recording.
you on radio to Herb, okay?
I'll play that.
You
We'll
can
play
find
like
it online.
maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
You can find it online.
We have a life-size program, multicultural.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Thank you, Howard.
Oh, God. I have a whole album of this in Spanish. It's online. I know it is. It's under RCA.
Okay.
Hello, farewell, say hello to September because you're part of a great music experience here tonight, folks. We have Julie Budd. You're just joining us live in the studio here at WPAT headquarters near Wall Street, actually a block from Wall Street. Can you believe it or not? 27 William Street, corner of 40 Exchange Place. Second floor, and I forgot the zip code, but nevertheless, I'm glad you're part of this great live experience tonight here, Julie.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your relationship with Herb Bernstein. I know it goes back since you were a child.
I met Herb at a place, it's long gone now, this hotel. It was called Tamarack Lodge, and it was in the Catskill Mountains. And I had always gone to sleepaway camp, me and my sisters. My parents always sent us to sleepaway camp, and I was not a camper. I was so not getting up.
Yeah, I used to ran away from him. I remember. I think it was.
I ran away,
I ran
too.
away, so we both ran away.
I ran away, too.
And we called our parents. We had to use that dial phone, remember?
I did Camp Granada. I called my parents. I had to get out of there. That was me. I had to get out of there. I had to get out of there. And my sister's camper of the week, they were wonderful. Oh, they were terrific. Finally, I turned to my father and I said, I would rather die than have to go back to camp. So the next summer, my parents took the hotel, Tamarack Lodge. My mother had a beautiful suite in the hotel, and they put me in day camp. Well, I cut camp because somebody told me there was a talent show, and they said, I dare you to join the talent show, and I did. And that's where I met Herb Bernstein.
At the talent show.
But Herbie will tell you the story, because nobody tells that story better than Herbie.
And about what year was that, roughly? If not, it could be a couple years old.
In the 60s.
Right.
Late 60s. And I was 12 years old, and Herbie had just finished recording Laura Nero.
Oh, wow.
And, in fact, he was just inducted into the Hall of Fame for the work that he did with Laura. And Lincoln Center had honored him by allowing him to speak at the symposium regarding the work that he did with Laura. But that was the summer that I met him.
And, well, such loyalty. I mean, it's just terrific. What a sweet man, nice man. I've heard so many the greatest things about this man.
Herbie's great. He's great. And he's very smart.
Well, let's put him on the air. Herb, you're on the air with Teddy Smith, Bob Obrien, Julie Budd. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Wonderful. As I said, we'd like to have you come down here, and we'll have the piano all set up, and we'll be ready to, I don't know if you want to rock and roll it or do a cabaret or whatever way style you want to do, but you play, we'll have Julie sing, and it'll be just a fabulous, fabulous, wonderful night here at WPAT.
Herbie, how you doing, Herbie?
Be happy to do it.
How you doing, Herbie?
Good. Hi, I've been listening to you.
Herbie, listen, they want to know the story about Tamarack Lodge.
Yeah,
how I
I'd like to hear it.
followed you around and stalked you, Herbie.
Yeah, you were a pain in the rear end.
I was. And but we have to preface it by saying that my parents didn't know that I cut camp. They didn't know that I joined the contest, and they didn't know that I was stalking Herbie because the MC of the show told me that there was this man by the name of Herb Bernstein that I should get to know. So Herbie got up there and I was stalking.
So Herbie, tell us everything that I asked Julie earlier. Everything that people want to know about Julie that they don't know.
Well, let's see.
Or they do know.
Gosh, I don't know. You know, we've been together. It's crazy since around 67.
67, 1967.
Herbie, but tell.
We're together over 40 years.
Herbie, tell them how I followed you to the handball court.
Yeah, well, in my younger days, Ted, I was a jock, you know, and I was up there to play ball and carry on. And this little kid was following me around. And wherever I went we were playing basketball, she was standing under the basket. She was very, very aggressive.
And how was she with the basketball? Pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Well, I was good in those days, you know, and quite a while ago. And she'd follow me around and everything, and I just tried to get rid of her, and I ran every time I saw her, but late, I don't know if it was the next day or whatever.
No, Herbie, tell them why I followed you. I followed you because I was saying to her, the finals of the contest are Saturday night, and you have to come, and until he gave me a yes, I just kept following him.
Wow, so you went all over that camp, wherever he went.
If he played handball, I was there.
Basketball?
If he played baskets, I was there.
How was the swimming, Herb? You enjoy swimming in the pool? Was it good?
I was there.
Was the water warm or cold?
I couldn't get rid of her. But the funny thing, Ted, was that whatever it was, a Saturday night, next night, whenever it was, she was in this talent contest. And she got up, she looked, I don't know, she couldn't have looked more than about 10 years old, short, skinny. And she got up on stage and she sang, what was the song you sang, Julie? I don't remember.
See you in September?
Who can I turn to and move
Who can I turn to, right.
And
who can I turn to? And Ted, I'm telling you, I nearly fell over. I mean, I don't know, I had to take a drink or something.
Now, of course you were there.
She was so great. She was so unbelievably great.
She was so great.
I couldn't believe what was coming out of that mouth.
And all the shows that she's been on. You went to all the shows with her, like Ed Sullivan. Tell us a little bit about that experience at Ed Sullivan Theater and the Four Seasons.
Yeah, well, that's how everything started because I told Julie, I was very impressed when I heard her sing, and I said, I'll take you into the city with me, because we were up in the Catskills, and I was recording Laura Nero at that time. As a matter of fact, I think we were recording Wedding Bell Blues, and I took Julie with me to the city so she could see what a session was like and all that, and one thing just led to another. I had never managed. I never wanted to manage anyone, Ted. But I tried a whole bunch of managers. No one wanted to touch Julie because she was so young. They were afraid she couldn't work anywhere, and it was a real problem. So I tried myself, and I brought her to William Morris, and they signed her up. I brought her to MGM. They signed her, and they called the Ed Sullivan Show, and before we knew it, Julie was on the Ed Sullivan Show. And I think she did about 4 shows with
And I never
Ed
did.
Sullivan.
But the weird thing is,
and
I never did
one thing just led to the other. What were you going to say, Julie?
No, I said that the weird thing is, you know, most people, they train, and then they go out in the world, and they practice their craft. I was sort of backwards. I was practicing my craft, and then I went and I trained.
What did you like most about being on the Ed Sullivan Show that you remember today? About some of the questioning, or lines of questioning that Ed asked you, or something?
No. The thing I loved most about the Ed Sullivan Show was it was like working in a great repertory company. You produced the show over the course of a week. You had costume designers. You had I had Peter Gennaro as my choreographer. I had the greatest directors. Herbie could tell you we had 35, 40-piece orchestra. It was like doing a grand production, and because it was live, They wanted to make sure that they were covered. Nothing was going to go wrong. They had 12, 13 acts on every night. You rehearsed the entire week. They had costume designers that were spectacular, and set designers. It was like doing a Broadway show, and you had to shove it into a week.
You kind of miss that kind of a show these days?
I do. I don't know. I think Herbie does too.
Well, maybe we can...
It was great because that Ed Sullivan show,
the best of the
a lot of you young fans, don't remember the Ed Sullivan show, but when he was on, the whole country watched him, and it was live, and that's scary. If you think of a singer coming up now, especially one Julie's age at the time, and to think you're going out live in front of millions and millions of people, it was pretty scary.
Look, yeah,
this is almost like 10 o'clock at night. I feel like it's almost 11. As Kenny's looking at me, Jim's ready for me to push the button over here.
Yeah.
We don't have scripts here at this station. You can see the kind of scripts that I use. There's notes that are upside down.
Those are the best shows.
Those are, actually, they are, I was going to say, they make the best shows because it's spontaneous, and it's not rehearsed, and it's not boring for sure, because you never know where it's going to go. But it's going pretty well so far, as I can see. What do you think, Herb?
I think it's terrific.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to be part of an Ed Sullivan experience because it's live. We don't have all the dress wear, but
a lot of people
we may have it soon. Where's Andrew Martin? Is he here yet? I'm waiting for Andrew. Where are you?
A lot of people freaked out from being on live. Herb's right. It disturbed a lot of people. I was used to it at that point because actually by that time I had been working a lot, and I was used to the live experience. In fact, I really didn't know anything other than the live experience.
Well, welcome to live radio.
Exactly.
It could be live TV, right? Well, wouldn't this be a great reality show, Jim and Kenny? I mean, we're here on a microphone, and we could have Pam. You could be like part of that repertoire of interesting people in the cast, and Bonnie over here, and Jeff, and this young lady over here.
And you keep Herbie in it. You got to keep Herbie.
Jim Petrecca. I mean, he can tell you about some of the live shows we've had, and here you just go to Teddy Smith, Bob O'Brien on YouTube. You can see all of the interesting experiences. Herb, anything else you'd like to tell us about your wonderful relationship with Julie Budd?
Well, just that. The business, the way it is today, and you hear so many negative things about the business with this Chris Brown and some of these other people. I shouldn't mention names, but there's so much negative stuff out there. The thing I'd like to mention about Julie is that she and I are working together over 40 years. We never had a contract. And, that's amazing because we've never had any money problems, and there've been millions of dollars involved. And Julie's is as honest as they come and as loyal as they come, and it's very unusual in today's world. And she was absolutely great. And after all these years, we're still working without a contract and just an agreement, a verbal agreement.
Well, we figured if we ever signed a contract, we'd probably break up.
I think that's the thing I about Julie.
Yeah, who needs contracts? Sounds like a radio disc.
Being as honorable as she is.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, did any of you see Jimmy Fallon last night?
You
had Billy Joel on, right?
With Billy Joel,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Unfortunately, I just caught the end of it.
I was singing like it was like singing doo-wop, huh? The Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Well, I worked a lot with those guys, the Tokens.
Jay Siegel.
I arranged all those hits with The Happening, See You in September, Go Away Little Girl, Mammy, I Got Rhythm, and that was the Tokens who produced them, and I did all the arranging on it.
Well, Herbie,
great.
Herbie, you know what we have here? We have your song, Little Boy of Mine.
Yeah, we're going to play that.
Oh, you do? All right. Well, I got a little boy of mine, a son. He's 24 now, but he's still my little boy.
Well, we're going to play your song, Herbie.
Herbie, stand by. We're going to play the song right here live at Teddy Smith, Bob O'Brien Show, WPAT.